Round 8, as you guys and gals can see, we're about 4 million away from beating Galactus. So it's going to be a little bit of a late night shift for me in order to help my crew beat Galactus out. So try not to waste too much time. But at the same time, too, I know I have to talk about the characters that we haven't talked about yet, uh, namely the Hulk and um, Hawkeye and several other folks. Let's get some recharges in, get some fortifications in. Alright, this will be the last turn that Galactus will start to wreak havoc on us. If you remember the strategy from the previous videos, is anytime Galactus puts out a countdown tile on the board, Black Widow's there to keep the countdown tiles from ever reaching 0. And then we'll just continue to steal AP. But we also know that Galactus will eventually have at least one tile that'll reach it down to 0. You know, if we don't start the boosting process off the correct way. Now we got some tiles that are up there for about 20 turns. And I'm just trying to find some good opportunities to activate yellow. That's the main reason why I haven't activated it yet. Steal some more AP. By the time I'm ready to fire off recharge, one more time, I should have enough AP to end the fight. Maybe. We'll see. Got 25 turns, 28 turns. I'm just looking for a good opportunity to drop some yellow on the board, and still haven't gotten good opportunities to drop yellow on the board. Increase the length of these countdown tiles. Kind of wish this was the other Hawkeye, the 5-star version of Hawkeye, but hey. So that way I could honestly just use red as much as I want. Nope. There's only one yellow tile. Nope. Maybe I don't have much of a choice now. I'll just fire off Unibeam a couple times and end the fight that way. Yeah, that's what I did. But as you can see, that team are still viable in round 8. Alright, Kingpin with his wave nodes. Now, these nodes here are going to be a little bit harder than the ones that we faced off in the past. Not the fast, but the past. So just use you know, teams to that'll help you clear out the challenges very quickly, or I should say at a you know, respectable rate. Here I'm just going with my countdown tile team, or 2 users of a countdown tile team. Fire off Clint's ability, get AP. Really can't steal any AP. I just meant I wasn't paying attention to the board. I seen the match 4 and I could have got rid of the countdown tile. Oh well. Let's steal some AP. Let's go this way. Team of tiles. Again, if I need to steal any AP, I got the ability to do so with Agent Coulson. Which that's what we'll do. Drop Kingpin so we can block any of their special tiles from getting on the board. If Hawkeye takes damages, I'm perfectly okay with, because I'm not going to be using them in PvP anyways. Probably should have went here with the team up so we could get the countdown tiles to drop to 0 quicker. Which I think is what I'm going to end up doing next turn anyways, after all this resolves. Could probably just use this Wilson's Gambit. Well, I'll end up using that next turn. Well, I mean not next turn, but whenever all this subsides. Oh geez, I didn't realize we were that flush with AP, but then again, we don't have any more to put on the board. We'll let Clint's countdown tiles or Coulson's countdown tiles, just let them all resolve. Somebody's about to get downed. Steal AP, do damage, put countdown tiles, strike tiles, do even more damage. Alright, we're done here. Still a few more away from getting that completely maxed out, at least for me. I know probably in the last fight I'll probably end up talking about Hawkeye and all those cats. Put Hulk out in front, get Storm, and then get Kamala Khan. And again, just to show that this team here, this is still viable too. Just want to make sure that at the last possible turn, and again, I could have went with the match 4, but again, we're just trying to show that Hulk is still viable here. Alright. Lightning Strike. That'll heal off. Let's go this way to drop some green. Get some more lightning strikes. We'll pop off Mistress of the Elements. Now, if you remember in the previous video, I talked about, okay, now what color on the board that we want. This, we got a countdown tile here. And we got more than enough blues to activate Inhuman Stretchiness. That's where we'll go. Same thing here. We gotta look at the board, see what's easily available. We could probably go green. We can go blue, get a match here, but I think red will be our best option here. Now that we got enough green AP, we'll fire off Storm's powers. Fire it off again. Then Mistress of the Elements, and we'll just continue repeating the cycle, making sure that we got enough purple, enough black, well, enough purple and enough green. If we run out of green, this is when we use Kamala. Add some more green on the board. We'll do it on black. And then, like I said, just continue cycling on. We need to get rid of those team ups, we'll do that. Continue the lightning strike, and there's Galactus. So this is a pure 3-star team taking on Galactus and easily finishing him off. Here, because I really want to be quick about it, because I'll have like the whole press for time issue again. I probably would have been on sooner, but hey, life things happen. And 2, I didn't want to get my computer struck by lightning, so. Caltrops, that's annoying. Oh, duh, let me just stop that from even activating. Well, it doesn't really matter now. They'll pop off their Guardian Tactics, and that'll court death for the rest of your team. Alright, let's see here. Who... else? I need a quote-unquote pure 4-star team, just to show that this works as well. I probably should have put Deadpool's black ability to 5, simply because of the fact of the retaliatory damage. Alright, countdown for what? Surgical strike, and there's your flame. Now again, yes, my characters are in pretty high levels of champion status, but it doesn't mean that you still can't use lesser equipped versions of the characters. Again, trying to get old Thor down to 50% health so I can at least have him readily available for anything that I may do in PvP for the simulator, or for well, definitely not for the Thanos PvP event. Now that's just cruel and unusual punishment there. Like, could you just imagine Thor out there, like, eating court deaths every time, Thanos gets rid of an enemy? Like, that's just cruel and unusual. Oh well. Well, he's at 36% health. I mean, again, I have that option if I need to. Now as far as your pure 5-star teams, at this point in time, your pure 5 stars will work. If you do have 5-star Thanos, he will work tremendously with everything that's going on here. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'll do. Where is Scarlet Witch at? Give me her and I don't care who's the third. But the main thing really that we want to do, we want to get enough purple on the board after Galactus does all of his stuff. Find purple tile. There we go. Just don't down him, Galactus. I mean Thanos. Don't down him. Now, Galactus, good luck with making any tiles. Nope. Oh, but your Wanda isn't gonna make any tiles. Well, he can't gain any AP. So, again, that strategy there works. If you switch Thanos' purple to level 5, it'll shut it down. Alright, now we got all the various incarnations of the Hulk. How much time do I got? I got an hour and something. Okay, we can make it work. Like with the Hulk, and then all the different versions of Hawkeye and Iron Man. So Hulk, for the most part, at least all of them, with the exception of this banner here, all of them, all primarily have green as their strongest color. Now, when he transforms into the Hulk, then he has green as one of his powers, but for the most part, their initial hulked out states are all green. This version of the Hulk obviously came in the game first. Honestly thought that they would have had some sort of transforming mechanic, but be that as it may, he's a green, red, and black user. I remember the event that he came into, the Hulk PvP 7-day event. I wish it were in 7 days, but that's taking away from what we need to do. Thunderous Clap ability costs 10 green. It deals damage to the target, and then it destroys 8 green tiles. Well, it destroys 8 tiles, plus 1 for every 2 green AP that the team has. Again, this is the same thing that 2-star Wolverine has. This is one of those needlessly complex abilities that when these characters were created in the game, they had to have some sort of a drawback. Alright, so he does target damage and he destroys at least 8 tiles. And then if you have at least 2 green AP per how am I trying to word this here? Alright. So out of the initial 10 AP that you have for Thunderous Clap, that you'll at least destroy 5 tiles. So it should have just said destroys 13 tiles or whatever. But if the more green AP that you have, the more tiles that you'll destroy. So essentially, yeah, what they should have said, just destroy 13 tiles randomly. Which again, you don't gain any AP. Smash, this is an alright ability. I mean, it's 14 red, deals damage to the target for each green AP that you have left. Well, I should read the top portion. It says consuming up to 10 of the team's green AP, damage to the target for the target damage plus whatever green AP is left. So if you have 19 green AP, you take away the 10 from the initial casting of a smash for the drawback. So 9 times 452, plus the original damage. Yeah, you can do some nasty things with it, but by the time you got better avenues of using red in 3-star land and even in 4-star land. and then it says it does 30% of the damage to allies if there are more than 10 green tiles on the board. So this is a balancing act. Like, you gotta not only make sure you got enough green AP to fire off the power. I mean, well, to do the additional damage to the target. Then you gotta make sure that there's at least that there's no more than 9 green tiles on the board. Because if there is, then you start to do damage to your teammates. So again, no more than 3 in this, because again, we as a society of people don't like dealing with numbers. At least Americans don't. And then finally, anger, probably one of my favorite passives. Not in all of the game, but just in general, in terms of the color black. So when he's damaged for over 5% of his health, again, this is one of those older abilities where you gotta do math. So it's not a flat damage, similar to uh, 3-star Deadpool or 4-star Deadpool or characters like that, where they say, hey, if this amount of damage is done to you, then do this. However, in the Hulk's case, it's a percentage. You create a 1-time countdown tile that converts 5 basic tiles to green. You damage your allies for $1.88, and then you damage the enemies for almost double that. And again, this will trigger with strike tiles as well to give additional damage to the enemies, because it's indirect damage. As far as people to pair him up with, again, like I said, Kamala Khan, Storm, pretty much that's who you would want to pair him up with, or with 3-star Wolverine, so you can do Hulk bombing and all that good stuff. And as you can see, his healing is gonna be a lot faster than everybody else's because of his accelerated healing factor. So then the next Hulk that came out was Amadeus Cho, Totally Awesome Hulk. Now, he used to be totally awful because his hot dog stand had some weird conditions weirdly specific conditions that needed to be fired, but it would do a burst of healing, and then see the math of it. That was a little bit wonky, but Mastermind Exilo, it was something that could be worked on. I mean, something that was useful, but it just didn't do enough oomph, or didn't make out enough damage. So when the developers ended up reworking Totally Awesome Hulk, they actually redesigned this man's entire kit to the kit that we have here. So, like I mentioned, Mastermind Exelos is 13 green. He deals target damage, a massive amount of target damage. You destroy a selected 3x3 block of tiles, and then if you happen to have 12 blue AP, then you will do additional damage as well. It'll be like, Cho putting in all of his brains and brawn together to fully punch out the enemy or whatever. But if you don't meet the threshold of 12 blue, then it's going to just destroy 7 random basic tiles. And here, you just want this here, Mastermind X low at 5. See the math of it, 2-turn countdown tile. When it reaches 0, it just does target damage, and then it converts 4 basic random tiles of green. Keep this here at 5. And then finally, Hot Dog Stand. This is 7 black ability. Heals Cho Hulk for some amount of damage. Well, it's a true heal, so it restores him with a little bit of health, and then converts up to 4 blue or black basic tiles to charge tiles. And then you won't really need anything other than this, because again, Cho Hulk is a self-contained Hulk, so to speak. So his abilities more or less work for himself. Work in tandem with all the things that he's trying to do. And he works well with She-Hulk. He works well with Red Hulk. He'll work well with Coulson, because Coulson wants those countdown tiles to reach 0. Anybody who wants green, that he works well with. He's a solid character all around. And then you're probably wondering, well, some people, either wondering or they're like, why can't we use Cho Hulk? Why can't we use all the Hulks together? Well, the lore explanation is because the gamma radiation that's inside of Amadeus Cho, that's the same radiation that gave Bruce Banner his powers as the Hulk. But that's the main reason why lore wise. Also too, the Amadeus Cho that's in the comic books now, he's totally different than the version of him that's in the game. I'm trying to remember which Hulk came out next. I want to say it was the Bruce Banner Hulk, the Foster Hulk. This guy here, he's okay. I mean, his one redeeming factor is the other guy. His other stuff, again, compared to what's really being used in 4-star or 5-star land, and plus two, we got a better version of Hulk anyways. So Gamma Ray Experiment is a passive. If there are fewer than 7 green tiles on the board, then you deal damage, and then you transform some number of random basic enemy attack, protect, strike tiles to basic green tiles. So this, I keep it there at 5 because, hey, free green. Smartest guy in the room, costs 7 black, creates 3 attack tiles, and an additional enemy attack tiles for each non-down ally. Again, that's to show the abrasive nature of Bruce, and so I think that's done well. And then the other guy, if Dr. Banner happens to have 6 or more green AP, and if one doesn't exist, creates a 2-turn countdown tile. If it goes off, he becomes the Incredible Hulk, and then the Incredible Hulk has 2 different abilities when he transforms. The first one is Smash, which costs 9 green. It does team damage to the enemy team, and then his other ability allows him to make an auto match at the start of each turn, but he doesn't generate any AP. really don't have any good teams for Banner Hulk. Just get anybody that could generate green and just go bananas there. Then you got main event Hulk from the Thor Ragnarok movie. His green of power, grand entrance at the start of the battle, destroy 7 random tiles, and then at the start of the turn, swap two random pairs of tiles. Pretty much self-explanatory. He'll make an auto swap at the say every turn past the very first turn. Potentially his swaps can end up making matches, or they'll get rid of match 5s, or give you match 5s. So it's totally random. A lot of people used to use him as a counter to Rocket and Groot, because of the strike tiles. But the main reason why a lot of people use him, main event Hulk, Gamma Power Bomb, costs 14 purple, deals target damage, and then creates 5 random critical tiles. The one Gamma Power Bomb can end a fight for the most part. Not so much against 5 stars, but against most 4 stars, it'll hurt. And then finally, the crowd goes wild. I usually keep this here at 3 because Gamma Power Bomb's way too good, and then auto swapping, that's too good too. But the crowd goes wild, or as I like to call it, the crowd goes mild. You create 4 3-turn fortified countdown tiles, and then when each one of them matriculates down, you can give yourself some burst health to the Hulk. You deal damage to the enemy team, or you gain 2 random AP. As the randomness of it is the reason why I just keep it down to 3. As far as people to pair main event Hulk up with, well, Scarlet Witch, because she can give out purple. Like if you want to be annoying and have 5-star Carnage and main event Hulk, and trying to think here, and 4-star Rocket and Groot, by all means, it's like, okay, auto match for days. I think who else did they used to use main event Hulk with? Oh well, yeah, America Chavez and Karnak, that combination there too. And then finally the Immortal Hulk, which I've been reading the Immortal Hulk comic books. This is so good. This is probably one of the best things Marvel's put out in recent years. If you haven't read it, I recommend that you do. It's taking the Hulk back to his roots, which is horror, and some of the body horror that I'm actually shocked that Marvel's actually doing, or letting the artists get away with. Oof. So Green Dwarf is his passive ability, and one of the things that that they even touch about in the Immortal Hulk series, at the start of the turn, convert 1 basic tile to green, and if there's at least 8 basic green tiles on the board, then you just deal damage to the enemy team, and then you destroy 2 basic green tiles. Again, this here is to show off that the Hulk, this version of the Hulk here, he can absorb gamma radiation. It's like he absorbs gamma, and then he gives the gamma off. What does kill me, again, keeps in the fact that you really truly can't kill the Hulk no matter what you do. Um, at this is a whenever the Hulk makes a match, you deal damage to yourself, and then when he gets downed, if there's any non-downed allies, say he's revived at half health. He deals damage to his allies, but his base match damage is increased up up by 42% up to a max of 252. And again, you can increase the max match damage to 378. I just keep this here at 5. I mean at 3, because well, his red ability is way too is too good, and his green ability is too good. You know, there are rarely times where I have Hulk just being constantly downed, but you know, it's something that's there if you want to increase the match damage, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then finally, Breaker of Bones. Uh, this here is something from the very first episode, first issue of the Immortal Hulk, where you just one shot a dude. Or I should say he cracked the skull of a dude. Now again, you don't know who the dude is. Like, oh my gosh, you just ruined an episode, an issue of Immortal Hulk. Like this and like nah, he does much more gruesome things than crack a random dude's face in. But his Breaker of Bones, he just deals target damage, and then he does damage to himself. And if you can see, the damage that he does to himself is the exact amount that he resurrects with. So it's a whole cycle of death and rebirth with Immortal Hulk. His main partner is Okoye. Okoye, you want to have some, at least 20 or so levels on from him, so you can do the whole cycle of green door, green door, green door, green door, green door. And then what a lot of people pair him up with is with Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch's purple ability, walk into my reality, change some number of team up tiles to whatever basic color that you choose, which would be green. Each time when the Hulk destroys off some green, you know, you'll be missing green. She'll put green back on the board. Or Okoye, once you get the team up advantage, you know, you can go bananas there. Another person they pair him up with is Apocalypse. When Apocalypse gets his yellow out, that amplifies the damage for Immortal Hulk. Again, similar concept with Okoye. But those three there are typically the ones that you see with Immortal Hulk. If you got 4-star Vulture can just go airborne and evade all of Hulk's nastiness. So this is the team we're gonna roll with. Because again, we're near about pressed for time. And plus 2, I gotta do some PvP stuff from the completion of this season. I would put the animation on for the green door, but I've seen it so much that's like, ah.
Okay, forget it. I'll put the animation on for Green Door. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I'll do it. And then it's gonna be insanely stupid how quickly we're gonna get rid of well, I spoke too soon. There we go. And now I put in Scarlet Witch, add green. Pop green. And then Scarlet Witch should have added more green on the board from Hulk doing his stuff. So there we go. There's my legendary token. We got Iron Fist. I didn't talk about Iron Fist, so we'll talk about Iron Fist, and then I'll talk about Hawkeye when we go to the last round of Galactus. So Iron Fist has two different versions. He has the matte fraction version of Iron Fist, the Immortal Weapon, and then he has the Netflix version of Iron Fist. So the matte fraction Iron Fist is more in line with the classic stuff. He's a green, purple, black user. Originally, he was supposed to be a 4-star, but he ended up getting scrapped as a 4-star, and they made him as a 3-star. So that's why his healing's a little bit faster and better than some other 3-stars. And plus 2, he does sort of kind of have a healing factor too, but the main reason why is because he actually was supposed to be a 4-star. Whoops. Alright, so Shao Lao Fang Strike costs 8 green, creates 2 strong red strike tiles, deals damage, and if you have 12 or more black AP, then you create additional 2 strike tiles. So, plainly put, you fire up the power, you create 2 strike tiles. If you got 12 black, you got 4 strike tiles. That's all it is. And then at higher levels, you create additional strike tiles. Put this here at 3 because this purple and black are like stupidly good. Iron Fist of Kunlun costs 5 purple. If Danny has less than 12 black AP, or the team has less than 12 black AP, he creates 7 black tiles on, basic tiles. But if you have at least 12 or more black AP, you just deal target damage instead, and it's just stupidly good and stupidly, quick. How quick you can turn a fight around with Iron Fist, of Kunlun. And then Exquisite Technique is a passive at the start of the turn. Iron Fist creates a pretty hefty green attack tile, and so you're going to be passively doing damage with the attack tile each turn. If you have your strike tiles out, that'll make that even stronger, and you'll be able to punch him in the face. So it's death by 10,000 cuts with Iron Fist. Obviously, his Heroes for Hire partner Luke Cage works well with them. Mystique works well. You use her blue to make purple tiles on the board. Can fuel it that way. Doctor Doom as well. Use his blue to create transform blue tiles to black. Iron Fist loves black. You got the option of adding more attack tiles with Doctor Doom, or just banking them and then punching folks in the face with Iron Fist. Or if you want to go with Diabolical Plot, you got that as well. Iron Man 40, he works well. If you transition to 4-star land, Hulkbuster and Iron Fist, because they were a team called Fistbuster. You throw in your 3-star Scarlet Witch, wherever she's at on my team. There she is. Get them three together. So watch this stuff just melts. So if you need to increase damage with black, you got black can fuel to red, punch things in the face, etc. Now the 4-star Iron Fist, he's actually a lot different. He's mostly a strike tile user. Chi Focus, which costs 6 blue, it creates a strong purple strike tile, and if there's at least some number of friendly strike tiles on the board, you fortify some number of them, and then you gain AP. I used to keep this here at 3, but I'm like, I kind of want to keep strike tiles on the board, or make sure that I can use this power more frequently, and plus gaining AP. That's always a win-win for me. Crowd control. He does target damage to the target. Then it has 2 conditions. If there's more than 1 enemy remaining, then you gain black AP. But if the crowd control downs a person and leaves 1 person left in the fight, then you deal damage as well. Like you'll deal additional damage to the person that's remaining in the fight. And then another if shout out to my computer engineers out there, is if Luke Cage is an active ally, then this power ignores all enemy projectiles, because again, that's the thing they did in the Netflix series. Luke Cage is the muscle, and then Danny's that precision strike, and then like unto Iron. This is 12 black, converts some number of friendly projectiles to strike tiles, and then deals damage. I used to have this here at 5, but because of the Coulson team, I typically have this here at 3, because Drax is going to be doing a lot of destroying, and plus 2, I don't have that many projectiles on the board. But now if you were using someone like I don't know, Captain America, Sam Wilson or whatever, yeah, put this here at 5. 3, 5, 5 is probably where I would have them at, but if you're able to get out multiple strike tiles and have multiple projectiles on the board, and you can reliably change those, then this build here that I have is probably the ideal build. As far as teammates go, again, either version of Luke Cage will work, either 3-star or 4-star Luke Cage. Same thing with Iron Fist, 3-star, 4-star Luke Cage will work well. This version of Luke Cage happens to have a synergy with Danny. If you fire off his yellow ability and Danny's an active ally, he creates a projectile, then fortifies. Of course, Misty Knight, she works well with them. Again, the whole synergy with with the defenders thing. She wants to fortify stuff. He wants to fortify stuff. Um, another person that I've used, and this is probably the team I'm gonna go with Mockingbird and with Vulture. Here, it's if you make a match 4 or whatever, one of these, say somebody's gonna fire for free power, and stuff is gonna get stolen, and Vulture's gonna be going airborne because Danny's gonna be giving out AP for Vulture, and it's gonna be bonkers once I get it going. So let me turn off these animations. And this is the team here that I primarily used to use with Iron Fist. They keep him with his powers at this level here because old Mockingbird, she can keep things moving, so to speak. Now go airborne, gain purple, well, gain AP in all these colors here. Chi focus again, gain some more green, kick him in the face. Gain black AP, drop bombshell, send Vulture airborne, rinse and repeat. Steal some AP if I need to. Get more strike tiles, punch him in the face, do additional damage. Vulture will come back. And one more turn. Let's get some more strike tiles, kick him in the face. Get more black. Vulture's still gonna be up in the air. Oh, hi Vulture, you're oh, okay, well, Mockingbird gets rid of him or them. Vulture gets sent back in the air. I get more blue. Here's some more strike tiles. Get kicked in the face. The Vulture's back. They get some more strike tiles. Kick her in the face. Kick her in the face, and it's more or less foolproof. And then speaking of Hawkeye, well, I don't have the 1-star Hawkeye on the team, but we'll talk about Hawkeye real quick. 1-star Hawkeye, he can create critical tiles on the color purple, and his arrow stab can get rid of an entire row of tiles. I don't think it generates any AP. If it did, well, shame on me. Alright, 2-star Hawkeye, or as I like to call him, Matte Fraction Hawkeye, because actually the 3-star version is the Matte Fraction Hawkeye. I mean, this guy here is too, but I actually do recommend reading the Matte Fraction Hawkeye series. Probably one of the best comics that I've read during the whole public health issue thing. Well, okay, outside of Jason Aaron Thor, and currently what I'm reading with Immortal Hulk, but at that point in time, it's a very good series, and it's going to be adapted somewhat in the Disney series. Hawkeye actually has had a rework, believe it or not. Yeah, he's actually. I actually remember when his speed shot ability that used to be called a void. So how a void worked, if Hawkeye was a target of some sort of damage, either team damage or direct target damage, he would hop into the back, and the person who was in front of Hawkeye, they would take the damage instead. So you could conceivably pair Hawkeye up with both of the Wolverines, and Hawkeye would never take any damage. Um, but then that got to be a little bit complicated with certain interactions, so that's why this is why the Hawkeye we have today. His electric arrow, it used to do more stuff than this. It used to deal damage to the target, but now it does the current stuff that it does now. It costs 9 blue. Hawkeye changes a basic blue tile to a 3-turn countdown tile, and then when it reaches 0, stuns the target for 2 turns, and then reduces enemy AP in 2 random colors by 4. I wouldn't keep this here other than at level 3, because both the blast arrow and speed shot are just way too good. Blast arrow costs 9 red. Changes a random red basic tile to a countdown tile. Or okay, well in this case here it's a chosen, it's a chosen red basic tile to a 2-turn red countdown tile. When it reaches 0, it does team damage. And then speed shot, if you make a match 5 or greater, you convert 4 purple tiles to 2-turn countdown tiles that deal single target damage when they reach 0. So again, a 3/5/5. Typically with him, pair him with Magneto, pair him with Storm. Use Magneto. Magneto's purple to fuel match 5s. For blue, which will activate Speed Shot, which will give blue to Storm, in which he can use her Windstorm to stun the entire team. I mean, if you want to use Thor as well, actually, you wouldn't use Thor as a substitute there, but this is the primary team for them. Let's see here, 3-star Hawkeye. There he is. Now this here is actually the Matt Fraction Hawkeye. Bro. Because of the names of the some of the abilities. Because boomerangs, this was something in the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye. Him and Kate Bishop actually share the similar ability. It creates a 3-turn countdown tile on purple. You create 3 strike tiles on red. When the countdown tile reaches 0, remove 3 friendly strike tiles and then deal target damage. And then obviously this increases the strength of the strike tiles, reduces the length of the countdown tile, gives you more damage, and leaves you at least 1 strike tile on the board. I just keep this here at 3 because, again, full quiver and no good news are just too good. Full quiver, the 5-star version of Hawkeye also has this ability as well. So when we get to the 5-star version, I won't have to go through all the arrows because it's the same. And so when you fire off full quiver, his blue, it'll start off as bola arrow. When bola arrow reaches, when the countdown tile for bola arrow reaches 0, uh, it'll stun the target for 3 turns. I think, yeah, I think it stuns the target for 3 turns, and then your next power is explosive arrow. All right. And again, this is showing us, the audience, that Hawkeye keeps some number of different arrows up inside of his quiver. Kate Bishop even makes fun of the fact, like, why do you label all of your arrows, dude? Like, I need to know if I have a particular arrow, in so many words. Explosive arrow. This is so while the name is similar to the 2-star version of Hawkeye, this does a little bit different stuff. Two, as with all of the arrows that are in full quiver, they all the arrows are gonna cost 5, and they're gonna be 2-turn blue countdown tiles. So that's gonna be consistent as well. But what it does target damage to the enemy target, and then it'll switch to electric arrow. Electric arrow, again, while it sounds the same as the 2-star version, it does something different. It creates 8 blue charge tiles, and then it becomes sonic arrow. Sonic arrow, when that countdown tile reaches 0, you create 4 strength R red strike tiles, and then it becomes Ant-Man's arrow. Ant-Man arrow steals 11 enemy AP in a random color, and then it changes to acid arrow. Acid arrow creates 4 purple attack tiles, and then you get to smoke bomb arrow. Smoke bomb arrow grants Hawkeye and his teammate invisibility for 3 turns, and then it becomes shrapnel arrow. Then shrapnel arrow deals team damage, and then finally auto arrows, after you've fired off all the arrows, he deals target damage to the target. And finally, no good news. Man, they should have called this power. Okay, so hang on. I gotta remember how Hawkeye said it. Okay, this looks bad. Yeah, they should have named it. Okay, this looks bad, instead of no good news. But anyway, so this is the true heal to Hawkeye, but it creates 4 random strike, protect, or enemy strike tiles, and then the passive component, if you match away an enemy special tile, you gain 2 blue and 2 purple AP. So yeah, as you can see, he's a Swiss Army knife, so to speak. People pair him up with, obviously, Iron Man 40, Scarlet Witch, anybody that wants enemy special tiles on the board. Medusa, Sabretooth, yada yada yada. Alright, now we got Ronin, which is the Infinity War version of Clint. No, we don't have to worry about Kate Bishop, even though she is a Hawkeye. She's not listed as Hawkeye in the game. No Escape, because he's a green, red, and purple user. He deals target damage to the target, and if it downs the target, then you deal additional damage to another enemy, and if it happens to down that enemy, then it does additional damage to another enemy. So if you got a wave node that's going on, and you got enemies who are at whatever the level of the damage is, it'll just do like a chain reaction, or just down one, down the second, down the third. So that's the reason why I keep that at 5. Brutal technique. It's its passive ability. Each time that you make a red match, create 2 black attack tiles, and then if there's more than 5 friendly attack tiles, and you increase the strength of them by some amount. Again, just keep this here at 3 because there's no good reason. Well, with Polaris, I mean, you can make this here a little bit more efficient, but here I like the stun a lot better. With disable and blow, stuns the target for 1 turn for 11 purple AP. It deals damage to the target, and then if one doesn't exist, creates a 3-turn countdown tile that stuns the target for 1 turn at the start of each turn that it's on the board. Okay, so the simple version is this: 11 AP, stuns the target, deals damage. If then once you do all that, then it creates a 3-turn countdown tile that'll stun the person that's in front for 1 turn. Each time when that countdown tile ticks down, like if it goes from 3 to 2, it'll continue to stun the target, whoever that you have in front, and then at 1 it'll stun the target, and then when it reaches 0, there'll be no more targets to stun. Here again, like I said, I mentioned Polaris. Use her, Medusa, anybody that pretty much wants attack tiles on the board, or that can flood the board with attack tiles, and you can use them to your advantage. And then finally, the 5-star version of Hawkeye, which you guys see me use. Can't seem to miss. This is his passive ability. Whenever a friendly countdown tile reaches 0, gain 3 blue and 2 red AP. And then at the start of the turn, fortify 3 friendly countdown tiles. Pretty much self-explanatory. Keep this here at 5 because, hey, we want AP and we kind of want our tiles to be fortified. Full quiver, as I mentioned, this here is the same as the 3-star version. You can pause the video to see that each one of the arrows, is the same thing. They just do a little bit higher damage. And then in Deep Breath, which is his red ability, it costs 5. You deal damage when the countdown tile reaches 0, but before that, you create a 3-turn fortified blue countdown tile, and then when it reaches 0, like I said, you deal the damage. But if you have at least 9 red AP, you'll deal additional damage. I just keep it here at 3 because very rarely am I gonna actually have the 9 red AP to activate the additional damage portion, unless I'm just flush with AP. Persons that you team him up with, again, Agent Coulson and Gamora. It used to be his partner used to be Peggy Carter and Captain America Worthy Cap, but now not so much. But I'll tell you what I will do. since I did say it says something about Polaris and Ronin and all of them. Yeah, let's go for it. Just gotta find a good red match. That's the thing. Blue technique. Get some more of those tiles on the board. Get them strengthened. I won't be able to really use Polaris as blue because, well, these guys here, this guy here doesn't believe in stun or being stunned.
So even if Hawkeye, even if Galactus does do some things unwarranted, we can still heal behind all that. I really, that was just Polaris and Medusa doing in the hard work. But once I got the attack tile out on the board, but yeah, that'll complete this day's set of adventures. I don't know if I'm gonna have the rest of round 8 up. If I do, you know, you'll see a surprise recording. If not, well, they just know that the strategies and tips that I had posted up that they do work for round 8. And again, as I always mention, hey, you got the so if you haven't done Deadpool Daily or you haven't finished off your season stuff, still got like a day left to finish it. So to finish off the simulator, finish off any of your other stuff, and I'll definitely catch you guys Thursday for the, well, actually not even Thursday, it'll be sooner than that, because I know we got a Crash of the Titans coming up soon, and then, because I know everybody's going to need help in it, the final edition, or I should say for July, of the Puzzle Gauntlet, because we got a brand new season kicking in, and I have a sneaking suspicion that when September rolls around, they're probably going to delay the season a little bit because the anniversary will be coming in, but we'll deal with that there when that bridge is ready to be crossed. So I'm gonna get this PvP done. I'll look at the Cosmic Chaos stuff. If I need to do something with Cosmic Chaos, I'll record it. If not, I'll see you guys in a few days with the Crash of the Titans. Till then, be excellent. Destroy Galactus, and as always, peace, hugs, and don't throw stop signs. Don't throw stop signs at gang signs. Don't throw gang signs at stop signs.